What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mag. So this is fresh off the presses. Liam Kennedy has just put out an article on Newcastle World, of course, talking about Jean Garcia of Espanyol and, of course, the current goalkeeping situation at Newcastle United going into next season. So let's dive into it. Reports suggesting that Newcastle have completed a deal for Espanyol goalkeeper Ron Garcia, inaccurate according to Liam Kennedy. While the club is aware of the player's situation and his 20 million plus release clause, a transfer is not closed, despite social media speculations and interest from other clubs like Barcelona, who seems to be the team that the Spanish media are pushing quite a bit on the Garcia move, and other clubs that are also interested, the likes of Arsenal and Aston Villa as well. Aston Villa because, of course, Emil Martinez is leaving Villa Park, so it looks like Villa are trying to bring in a new number one goalkeeper there. But Garcia is not expected, according to Liam Kennedy, to move to Newcastle, of course, but remains to be seen. We'll have to wait and see, of course, if this deal gets done. But Newcastle remain more seriously interested in, according to Liam Kennedy, of course, in Burnley's James Trafford, who we almost signed last summer. However, the deal is now more complex due to the increased competition for James Trafford, because he's had a fantastic season with Burnley down in the Championship. And now, because Burnley is promoted, the deal becomes even more complex as his valuation has risen as well following their promotion. Another goalkeeper that Newcastle is, according to, again, Liam Kennedy, is reporting is, of course, Aaron Ramsdale. Newcastle reportedly looking at Aaron Ramsdale of Southampton. However, for me, you know my thoughts on Aaron Ramsdale. I've talked about him on the channel before in the past. He's not a big choice for me to see, come to Newcastle United. He's susceptible to conceding goals, and we've seen it this season with Southampton. Again, another relegation, third relegation in his career as well, so it doesn't bode well for any potential suitors that might want to, sign Aaron Ramsdale, because that is a big, caution right there that he has been relegated 3 times now. At the end of the day, it's not obviously his fault, because at the end of the day, he can only save what is coming at him, and sometimes you do have to have a really good defence in front of you. And most of the teams that Ramsdale's played in, barring Arsenal, they haven't had the best of defences, to be honest, in front of them. But looking at it, I don't think the Aaron Ramsdale one would be a good deal by Newcastle. I really don't. But again, if it does get done, if we do go for him, then obviously I'd give the lad a chance, because everybody deserves a chance at the end of the day. But the goalkeeping department in Newcastle is under review. It is an area that we are looking at, of course, with potential changes expected, according to what Liam Kennedy has said in the article. And, of course, the thoughts are that Nicky Pope is likely to stay and could retain his number one spot going into next season. That, again, is what Liam Kennedy is thinking will happen. But the future of backup keepers Martin Dubravka, John Ruddy and Mark Gillespie, however, look like they are uncertain at the moment. And then, of course, you've got Audi in there as well, who were brought in from Nottingham Forest at the start of the season just gone there. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. I mean, James Trafford would be a fantastic goalkeeper. Obviously, somebody we've been looking at for a while. He does tick all the boxes for a player that Eddie Howe would be interested in as well. English, fantastic shot stopper, brilliant with his feet as well, as we've seen with his games at Burnley this season in the Championship. And then, one of the reasons why Burnley as well have come up back into the Premier League is because of the brilliant games that James Trafford has been having for Burnley down in the Championship. But there's going to be a lot of competition, as I've just said there, for the signature of James Trafford. So looking at the possibility of what we might have to pay. It could be 25 million, could be a bit more than 25 million for James Trafford. Whilst you've got Garcia there at Espanyol for 20 plus mil release clause, you know, it sounds like a much better deal, the Garcia one for me. But at the end of the day, it's up to what the club does. Whatever the club does, obviously, I'll back at the end of the day, because, you know, we've got to give the club the chance to be able to get, you know, the players that we need to get. And I trust everybody at the club to do the right thing. At the end of the day, they know what they're doing. You know, we've got some fantastic people running the club these days. It's not like the old days under the previous ownership, where it was run like a sweatshop. Now Newcastle United are being run in a professional manner, in an elite manner as well. And I'm sure this summer window is going to be absolutely fantastic. But anyway, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below about all of what I've just said in this video, and I'll see you all for the next one. How are the lads?